Alright, so hey gamers. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own custom mimic monster, model it, build it, and whatnot in Studio. So yeah, today I will be teaching you how to do that. So first you gotta actually make the model. So the way you do that is ignore my avatar. You want to go in and just kind of build it in the avatar menu. Um, so the best way to do that would be like, um, what I'm gonna do is let me just recent all because I oftentimes what I'll do is I'll buy accessories. For instance, I'm going to make a plague doctor type avatar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find some good clothes to use to make a plague doctor. So I have the mask obviously, but I need a short for my plague doctor. So clothing, classic shirts. All my classic shirts. I think this one fits pretty well. So then, we want to go to. I'm gonna make him tall, obviously, because I like to make my monsters very tall and very skinny. And also have small heads. Don't have a big head monster, please. What if I made proportions full? What's that look like? That is what my monster model is gonna be. So we want to back over into Studio, and we just want to, grab a flat base plate. And then what we want to do is we want to go in, and this is the chase theme I want to use. I uploaded it earlier. I suggest uploading your own audio because of the changes that they are making. So I added reverb to a piece of Gravity Falls music, and that's what I'm using. So you want to go to plugins, the plugins tab, and then you want to get the avatar importer or load character plugin, and then you can load in your avatar. For instance, here in a minute, yeah, it's gonna appear. So now we have the Plague Doctor model, and it's already completely modeled and welded. So you're gonna notice there's a name above it. The way you fix that is you just go into humanoid, you set display distance type to none, and also health display type always off. So then once you've got this, you want to name it some specific stuff, but we'll get into that later. You want to make sure the humanoid root part is unanchored. And now that that's done, what we want to go is we want to get this specific kit, Phantom's AI. You're gonna see it is by guest 59093. You want to use this. And when you put that in your game, you're going to be greeted with this big black box. Now, do not delete this big black box because it will be very important. So, I have my enemy model now. We want to name it Teddy AI, just like on screen down there, as you can see. Teddy AI, just like that. And then we want to go into this Phantom's AI and take everything inside of normal monster and take it down and put it into Teddy AI. Just like that. And then you can delete the normal monster folder. Same with replicated storage. You can delete chase theme and put in whatever chase theme you want. And make sure to name it chase theme like that. Now you can just select all that and then take it down to replicated storage and just do this with the rest of these. It's best to make the monster immediately in your game so that you don't have to do it when there are a lot of posts in the game. Because if you do it when there are a lot of posts in the game, you'll have to drag the things all through your Explorer, and it gets very annoying and time consuming. So it's best to do it earlier than later, I guess. So once you've got all that, and then you're getting to workspace, after that, oh, after that you can just delete the Phantom's AI. And so if we go into the game, the monster won't work yet. Now, there's something you need to do first. I prefer to often do the loop points first. So if you see there's this loop points folder, right? You just want to insert a part, just a generic part, and you don't have to, but I prefer to name it patrol point, just to avoid confusing it with any other part. So once you've got it, you want to anchor it, and then you want to name, or you want to turn can collide off. Then you want to put it directly below your monster. Now add a few of these into your game. Just a couple. And then you want to take them and you want to put them inside of the loop points folder. Now these are the different patrol spots the monster will have. And he'll patrol from here to here. But there are a couple of important things. First of all, he's not going to have a jump scare. Second of all, he's going to spot us immediately from spawn. And third of all, he won't have any animation. So all of those things we are now going to fix. Starting with copying him. And then making this copy be named AI. Going inside and just delete all the different scripts and things you added. But make sure not to delete anything originally from the model. So the black box that we saw earlier, you want to drag your enemy model over to it. And then you want to actually drag AI up into jump scale. So once he's in jump scale, you're going to see another AI with a animation named jump scale in it. Put that in your AI and then delete the empty AI. So jump scale is this box right here. So you want to take the two jump scale points and make them visible. And take your monster model and put it right above the thing, and you'll have to use the move tool to position it, otherwise it won't work. So you just want to take your monster down in front of the loop points, kind of like this distance I often find to be pretty good. So then what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to anchor the humanoid root part. So now when we die, it's going to pan to seeing this guy, but he will not have an animation. Now that's because we haven't animated him yet. So this is how you animate. So you want to go to animation editor and then you want to select your model, and since it's already pre-welded, there won't be any issues. So that's one of the good things about using load character plugin. So we're gonna make the animation name Plague Doctor Jump. You can really name it anything. So now you'll be able to manipulate any parts of his body and create an animation. So I'm just gonna start by moving his hands out and stuff. And maybe if you want to manipulate him and just move him, you can select the lower torso to do that. So I'm gonna do something like this. for my animation. And I haven't done actually any animating. This is just the first pose. So we haven't actually animated him yet. So what I'm gonna now do is I'm going to move this little slider over a little bit. And then I'm gonna move his arms out a little bit. And you want to take his upper arms. And oops. So if something like that happens, you can just take it and, delete that. So then, you take the arms out. And then a little bit later on, you want to move them back in. And why do I keep doing that? Okay, that's a little bit annoying. So then the animation is just gonna be this, which obviously doesn't look really that good. It's not very scary to just see this. So we definitely want something better. So what I'm gonna do to improve this is I'm gonna also move it out again. And you can set the duration of the jump scare to accommodate if you have a specifically timed animation that you want to have. So now that I've got this, it's just this right. So I'm actually going to remove this. So it's just that. Actually, I'm going to go back to square one of just this pose. And try and kind of reanimate it. So, I'm gonna try moving the arms up and down this time to see if that looks a little bit better than having them move back and forth. So then I'm gonna move my slider over a little bit to like maybe right here and move this arm up and then grab this arm and move it down. So now let's look. That's already much more terrifying. It looks kind of wacky, but it's already much more terrifying than that glitchy bit we had before. So now if you want to animate the head to twitch, I really like having my monsters' heads twitch. You just want to move it like this, kind of. Like really drastically. But I want to add a little bit of an end jump scale to it. So I'm gonna have both hands kind of move up on this next frame that we're doing. Both hands kind of move up or down so they're kind of on the same level. And then we're gonna grab the head and move it back to normal. And then I'm going to move this up closer. So obviously that's not really a good one. And our view is right at the end of these two yellow bits, by the way, right in between those. So I think what I'm gonna do is if you want to add a body part because it won't select for some reason, you can grab it there, but I don't need to. At this frame, I'm gonna, and if you want to change what it is, just go up there and change it. So then I'm gonna have the hands kind of close down on you. And I'm also gonna have them kind of move forward for the end of the jump scare. So then I'm gonna do a little final bit where they kind of tone down and go back to kind of being normal arms. Sort of out of place normal arms, but more normal looking arms nonetheless. So if you're having trouble, you can also select it down here. Oh, turn them down. So now you're gonna see that. And I'm gonna add one more frame after it where they kind of just move back into place because, you know, they're out of place. Arms. Oh. So obviously that's a very short jump scale. So what do we want to do to make this more frightening is one, in this long break, we can add the head kind of moving forward. And this might look wacky at first, but like in action, it'll actually be quite frightening. So now if you want to smoothen the animation and make it, you know, a little better, since it will probably be replayed a couple times, we can have him move his head back into place for starters, and have the arms go back up to their original square one pose, so kind of diagonal like that. So this should make the animation a little bit smoother looking. Oh, here. So see, that's the animation. So it's right now I'm pretty good with the animation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to publish to Roblox. And we'll just name it Play Dr. Jump. And then once it's uploaded, just click that little thing right there. And once that's done, you can close that out and go into jump scale and change this ID. And then make these jump scare points invisible. So now I'm just gonna real quickly hop into the game and test the jump scare just to make sure, you know, there's nothing really wrong with it that I need to patch. So yeah, that is really good jump scare in my opinion. Obviously, I'm yet to animate him, but I think it's a pretty good animation. There are a couple more things I just do want to kind of like alter. So first of all, I'm gonna get a jump scare sound. So jump scare. And I'll just pick a random one. I guess that'll work. Yeah, I guess this one will work. So then you want to name it jump scare sound. And then take it on down to starter GUI, jump scare script. Then we'll move the old one so that this is what you hear. So now that's what you're gonna hear for the jump scare. So we're all done with the jump scare. There's one main step left we have to do though, which is animate him. So I'm gonna move him into the center here. Now we will have to make multiple animations, one for him to be chasing you and one for him to be like attacking you, or I guess patrolling around because we've already done the jump scare animation. So I'm gonna name this Doctor Patrol. Now I'm gonna start by having his head turned down. I'm going to do something with his hand to be kind of on his hat. So then we can kind of move this back. So then we have the starting pose. You also actually want to move the legs in the starting pose. So I'm going to move them like that, and then back like that, and then forward like this. And then I'll use them to like as reference. So then I'll, move this one forward again. And whoa, too far. So I think, yep. And then move this one forward a little bit. So obviously I don't want him to look like he's running so fast. So I'm gonna space these out a little bit. And I'm also gonna do a little bit of animation with kind of the shoulders and stuff. So I'll move, maybe. So I'm gonna, again, publish to Roblox, whatever, la la la. Copy it, close it. And then what we want to do is we want to go to Animator, normal. And then we want to take this, paste that there. And then we want to select you again. So then we want to create new. And then we're gonna name it Dr. Chase. So then I think we're done. Publish to Roblox. Just submit it and then copy it. And then you want to go into change animation, make the value a check mark, and go into chase and add that ID in. So now I'm gonna just add a real quick shift to sprint script because I'm too lazy to code my own. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's his idle animation right there. Then he goes to that. Alright, so he's much faster than I. I'll probably use this for a trial, so stay tuned for that. My FOV is so weird right now. So yeah. This kind of coming after me, and then eventually he's gonna get what is that hitbox? Oh my god. Okay, that hitbox was horrendous, but I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna end the video now. Bye. Stop. So yeah, if that helped you, make your own mimic monster. This is my first voiceover video, but please subscribe. We're to 400 subs. But yeah, uh, that's how you make your own mimic monster. You can build whatever maze if you want. You can have multiple Teddy AIs in your game, so I'm just gonna add 2, and they won't they don't have like corresponding AI, but just so you can see, they both function. They won't both like automatically chase you. Like that one's patrolling, but this one is chasing me, and then that one spotted me, but it doesn't glitch the music or anything. But one, it does glitch the jump scare a tad bit, but not much. They will keep chasing you. But they will try to gang up on you, so if you want multiple Teddy AIs, for some reason the music isn't stopping, I'm not sure why. Finally, it stopped. I guess they were just both chasing me. But yeah, how to make your own Teddy AI monster, Phantom's AI, so huge shout out to whoever made this, epic AI kit. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try to upload more often. And bye.